The girl was shocked to discover that her scheming adopted sister was pregnant with her father's child. Oh my god, so Shinru is pregnant with Dad's baby. The whole family was stunned. And the clueless father, I am not happy to have her back. She is just a burden. She has no table manners. You are not some country bumpkin anymore. Pay attention to your image. Yes, Dad, I will keep that in mind. The girl acted obedient, but in her heart, she was already plotting against her father. It was because her father not only acted recklessly at home, but also secretly transferred her mother's assets. Because of this, the girl began. The poor, clueless mother. Oh, Mom's so pitiful. Married a social climbing loser who does not love her. Ended up having her family fortune seized. That scumbag even teamed up with Xiaoshan and turned Mom into a prostitute. The second brother, unable to listen any longer, stood up. He angrily accused the girl of talking nonsense. This confused her. She had not even said anything. Why was her second older brother reacting so strongly? Little did she know her thoughts were audible to both her brothers and her mother. It turns out the girl was the king of hell's only daughter. Because I fell in love in the underworld, I was eventually banished to the human realm by the king of hell for training. I possessed the body of Yan Zhao, the Yan group's adopted daughter, brought back from the orphanage. The original owner was framed by her malicious adoptive sister, and rejected by her family, kicked out of the house, and died full of resentment. The mother at this moment, he had no affection for the girl. He sternly warned her, telling her it would be best to get along with his adopted sister, otherwise, he would send her away again. Although scolded by his mother, he was not angry. He knew she was all bark and no bite, but she did not expect her mother to hear her thoughts. Her mother could actually hear them. That is not right. She clearly did not open her mouth. Could I have heard her inner voice? Just then, her two older brothers and adopted sister came home. The adopted sister ran to the girl as soon as she entered, laying the innocent flower. Sister, you are finally back. All these years, you must have suffered a lot out there. The girl was not buying it, because her adoptive sister had known for 3 years that she was in the orphanage, just kept it from my mother, and now they are bringing me back, only because my older brother has kidney disease. They just want to harvest my kidney. Those who heard the girl's inner thoughts immediately erupted in chaos. First, the mother demanded to know if they had known the girl's whereabouts all along. Naturally, the two older brothers would not admit it, but they were also curious why they could hear the girl's thoughts. Seeing her goal had not been achieved, their adopted sister started scheming again. Putting on a wronged expression, she said she was going to move out. After all, this was the girl's home. I'm still living at home. The girl is definitely going to be resentful. Already completely deceived, my second older brother naturally took the bait. He defended his adopted sister and scolded the girl harshly. The girl, being new here, naturally did not dare say much, but the habit of liking someone else, she has not changed a bit. So fierce. You really can't offend someone lovesick. But whose child is Shinru carrying? She and the second brother have not gone that far, have they? Could it be from that night with the eldest brother? One sentence and she has implicated both brothers. They almost came to blows. Fortunately, their mother intervened. Seeing things escalating beyond her plan, the adopted sister still tried to play the victim in front of their mother. But their mother was furious. All you do is cry. I am not dead yet. Wailing all day long. When lunchtime arrived, the adopted daughter finally saw her father return. She hurried over and affectionately took her father's arm, acting coquettishly. It was at this moment the girl suddenly realized who the father of her adopted sister's baby was. At this moment, she was still recklessly boasting that all the men in her family were completely devoted to her. She was being completely played by a scheming woman. Seeing how things were developing, it was beyond his expectations. His adopted sister targeted the girl again. He pretended to serve the girl soup, planning to frame her, but he did not expect that the girl had already anticipated his plan. This two-faced girl can't go a day without putting on an act. She is going to spill the soup any second now. Then she cried, saying I pushed her on purpose. My whole family did not believe me, that their usually well-behaved adopted daughter could be so sinister. I stared at my adopted sister. I handed the bowl to her. The next second, what she anticipated actually happened. Then she started framing me. And at this moment, the whole family finally started to believe her. Each of their faces looked worse than if they would swallowed a fly. Just then, the adopted daughter's fiancé arrived at the house. His older brother stepped forward and reminded him to look into his adopted sister. His father was about to invite him to dinner, but upon hearing such shocking news, He lost his appetite. Her fiancé quickly excused himself, saying he needed some time to process things. No one at this family dinner was focused on their food. The two brothers and their mother now fully believed what the girl had said, so the three of them secretly went to their adopted sister's room, hoping to find some clues, but they would turn the room upside down, and had not found a shred of evidence, just as the three of them thought. Who had been tricked by the girl. She walked in. What is the point of searching here for evidence of infidelity? Shinrose practically at the old man's office by now. In a few minutes, they will be putting on a show. On that leather sofa, the mother, hearing her daughter's thoughts, immediately flipped out. He dropped the act too, taking the girl's hand, and heading to the company to get to the bottom of it. And at this moment, just as the girl was thinking, her adopted sister was playing with their father on the sofa. When their mother brought them to the company, the secretary quickly stopped them, and lied, saying the boss was in a meeting, and could not be disturbed. However, those inside were having too much fun, and the sounds could be heard from outside the room. Hearing the commotion, the mother stopped listening to the secretary's nonsense, and shoved him aside, opening the door. Now the real show was about to begin.